Alright, okay. This is day 2. I managed to survive the night by losing around about 1 hunger bar. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come out very carefully because those squids still look like they're trying to have me. Although, no, they're not too bad. He's alright. I think he's okay. Now, the agenda for today, basically, is to come out and find a tree. There's more stone over there. What I think I'll do is... See, you've got to be careful when adding... I think I'll go over that direction. It would have been nice to get some of that coal, and I might have to come back, actually, just so I'm safe. Oh, there's a tree there. Right, I'll chop that tree. I don't have an axe, which is unfortunate. Really screwed myself over here, but at least it gives you a good idea of how easy it is for even, you know, a veteran of the mod to screw themselves over. I mean, I've been playing this mod for about 3 years now. Maybe... No, I don't know how old the mod is. Maybe it's 3 years. It's got to be at least 3 years. And I make mistakes like this. It's very easy to make mistakes. That's the beauty of the mod. It's different every time, and it's very, very easy to screw yourself over. I probably do it about half the time, maybe a third of the time. So I'm actually quite pleased I have screwed myself over in a way because it makes for a good video. And I can make myself another pickaxe. Oh, I can make myself an axe. What am I talking about? I'm going to go back to that workbench because I don't want to waste three planks on this. I know I'm wasting time. Well, I know I'm technically wasting time, and you may notice that it says peckish there. And essentially, that's another feature of the mod. What is that noise? Oh, I think I know what that is. I'm not going to bother explain that. You'll find out yourself. It's not necessary for me to do. Right, I'm going to make another axe with this. I think. Is that a good idea? One. No. No, it's not. It's not good. Yeah, oh, yes it is. Oh, goodness. I know every moment... No, it's an axe. It's got to be an axe. It's got to be an axe. Which means, essentially, I still don't have enough wood. Oh my god, what an idiot I am. Jesus. This is wasting time. Oh, another good thing that I haven't mentioned. This is a good instructional video. I swear it is. This makes it fantastic for getting around. Little dirt half slabs. They're great because it stops you from having to jump. I use them everywhere, especially on the early game when I do get some dirt. So the argument can technically be said for a shovel, I suppose. But I guess it's just all down to personal preference, really, and what you find works for you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back here. Now that I've got a little path set up, it's a lot easier for me to go back to that workbench than it is to make another one. Although saying that, it's not. No, it is. It screws your head open. It does. It screws your head open. That's exactly what it does. But I love it, and this is why I can never play Minecraft any other way. So what I'm doing is I'm coming back this because at the end of the day, this workbench, it's worth planks of wood, and that's something I really can't afford to just forget about, you know. So what I'm going to do now is I need to make 3 wooden picks. Okay, so that's 4 more shafts. Let's see. Of course I don't have enough wood, do I? Of course I don't. Right. Oh, but I do... Right, tell you what I do have. I'll tell you what I do. I'll tell you what I'm going to have. Because this is holding us up. I'm going to just do this. It'll use up the pick, but I'm going to get that piece of coal. Then I can move on, okay? And I can keep moving. I want to go in the forest. Because it's generally quite safe in a forest. It's not the safest place in the world, but it's one of them, definitely. Oh, I'm hungry now. So essentially this day might be cut short because I'm hungry. Now when you're hungry you might have noticed that you move slower. So it makes it harder to do a lot of things. It makes it hard. You also harvest blocks slower, if I remember correctly. So essentially digging this grass out like this takes longer. I think chopping down trees takes longer as well. So you just got to be very careful. I'm not too worried right now because I do have some food on us. And what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to cut the day short. I'm going to have to dig into the side of a rock and start cooking and mining for stone. That's essentially what I'm going to have to do. But until then, I'm going to have to make sure I've got enough wood, because I kind of screwed myself over in the first day. And when you screw yourself over like that, as you've seen already, it can be very detrimental to the time, and it can almost cost you your life. I don't think I'm going to die, but it's a distinct possibility. I'm very, very aware of that. So what I'm going to do is, I want somewhere that's... I don't want to go too deep into the forest. I think I'll just stay here, to be honest. There's a tree over there. I'll get that tree. That should be enough wood for me to survive the night. It should be. It should be, because yeah, that's what I'm thinking. There's another... No, I have got that tree already. I'm going to get this tree, and then I'm going to go... No, I'm not. I'm going to go into the side of here right now. Because I need to get... I need to get 8 stone to make myself an oven, a furnace. Right, what I'm going to do now is do that. Right, make myself another workbench. It soon goes down, this wood, like. I'm going to put it here. And I'm going to make myself 1, 2... No. Just one, I've got them already. 1, 2. That's 2 more picks, so I can get another 2 stone. 1 and 2. Okay, so then finally we can make a stone pick. There we go. Achievement get, and what an achievement it is. It's quicker to harvest, but not that much. I think it's quicker to harvest anyway. It's normally a little bit quicker than this, but because I'm hungry, it's a bit slower. But you may also notice the durability on the pick as well. And you might be thinking, what the hell is going on? And you'd be right for wondering, because with a stone pick, and you might have guessed by this point, with a stone pick, you only get 6 harvests. Now, when you bear in mind that a stone pick costs 3 stone to make, you can kind of see the problem that soon arises. It's going to take you a long time to harvest anything with stone picks. But you manage, you manage, and and this I think is a deal breaker for a lot of people. I think if they actually even get this far, because a lot of people don't, because it's so harsh, which is great. You know, if you like a challenge, then seriously, this mod's for you. But a lot of people, I'd imagine, don't get this far, and by people I mean kids, clearly. But a lot of them don't get this far. And I'm very aware of my hunger level now. I've only got 2 bars down. Once I get below 2 bars, I think I start going to, like, crippled or something. No, it's not crippled. It's starving, I think it is. After this. But I've got 8. I can make one now, actually. I can make an oven now, and I think I'm going to. Just want to make sure I'm not screwing myself over. I've got at least 2 uses on that pig. I've got no more wood, though. So I'm going to have to go out and get some wood. I just need that to start cooking immediately. Now with cooking, in fact I'm going to cook the 6 pork chop. It's 8 sawdust per pork chop, so you don't want to be wasting you don't want to be wasting your fuel as well, because this is your fuel. You don't want to be burning wood until you've got enough wood to survive properly. So while that's cooking out there, I'm famished. I'm just going to crawl out here. As you can see, I think when you're famished you can't jump, but I'm not even going to try it, because jumping would be very, very upsetting right now, and not something I really want to be doing. It's getting dark, which is fine by me, so I guess we didn't cut the day short, actually, at all. We've survived the whole day. Well, we've made use of the whole day, and I'm just about ready to start getting indoors now, and mining for the night. I do like to plant the trees as I've chopped them, because saplings take a long time to grow as well. You may notice a sapling is small. Saplings have like 4 growth stages. That's stage 1. You've got stage 2, 3, and 4. And then on the 4th, after the 4th has gone through, that's when it grows into a full tree. So yes, basically saplings take a lot longer to grow than it normally does in the game. And you can't use bone meal to grow them quick either. That's another thing. Okay, so... I thought I'd screwed myself over there with a pick. But I haven't. I've still got the stone pick here, so this is fine. So essentially what you want to be doing at night time, you want to be basically cooking all the food you've collected that day, or the day before in my case, and you want to be mining as much cobblestone as you can. If you can find some more coal, then great. If you find iron, don't necessarily mine it immediately, because iron isn't your prime concern right now. Iron can soon trip you up, especially if you're in my kind of stage. If I find iron right now, I'll not be mining it, because my stone situation is on the verge of just, well, non-existent, basically. Oh, yeah, that's another thing about the mod, which I'll demonstrate. If you go too far into a cave, you get gloom. Now, gloom, as you might soon understand, is terrifying. Like, seriously, I don't even like it. You move slower, you dig slower. I hate it. I can't stand it. So let's just get ourselves fed up. There you go. Oh my god, this feels so good. Look at it. Look at that. Look at that, kids. Look at it. Look at that hunger bar. It's practically full. Now, you don't want to eat one more there, because they restore about two bars of hunger, I think. I didn't really take much notice. I think it's 2. I think raw, I think general, just pork chop on its own restores 2. But I've got practically a full hunger bar now, so I can run around. Look how fast I am. I can jump up and down. Not recommended at all, but I just did it just to be an arse. Now, what you want to be doing, you want to be cooking the rest of your food. Like I say, at night time, you want to be doing that. 8 bark or sawdust per meat. And you've got the wolves as well. You want to be careful with those. If they get hungry and they smell man flesh, then they'll come looking for you. And they will. And they'll find you. And they'll get in here and they'll make... Well, they'll paint the walls with mesh. That's what they'll do. They'll paint the walls with mesh blood. And it'll not be a pretty sight. But at a push, you can use the sawdust and the bark as fuel sources to keep the place nice and lit. Which is what I'm probably going to... Oh, no, it's not what I'm going to have to do, because I've got that piece of coal, didn't I? Yay! Technology! That's what that is. Technology. Look at that, man. It's just fire out of nowhere. Fire! So I can spend the whole night just digging away at the rock. Chipping a little hole for myself. A little home, if you will. And getting some much needed cobblestone for the day ahead. Because what I want to be doing, ideally... Well, this is personal... Ooh, hello. Yes, no, I won't have that. I don't need it right now. Ideally, what you want to be doing is you want to be getting as much cobblestone as you can, essentially. But you also want to be spending the night cooking up everything that you've got. And you want to be making yourself tools for the morning. Now, always make sure that you have at least 1 pick. I like to make sure I've got 2, at least, in the early days. Just as a spare, as a backup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on the back wall. Just to make it easier. That's cooked. There's nothing else for me to cook, is there? No. Right, okay. So I'll continue digging. And, yeah, basically, you want to get as much cobblestone as you can. You don't want to waste the night just sitting there looking at squids, killing all the animals, because those animals are essentially meat that you could have had. And you can't have them now, because they're at the bottom of the ocean. Well, the bottom of the pond, you know. So you're screwed with that respect. So what you want to be doing, really, is you want to be getting as much stone as you can. And you will use this stone in the next day, trust me. Because you want to be out there, you want to be getting a few axes, a few picks. What I like to do is I like to start the day with 3 pickaxes, 2 shovels, and as many axes as I can make with the rest of the stone I've got. So I'll make another 2 picks for now. Oops. I like to keep everything organised as well, because I'm anal. So yeah, basically, as many axes as you can, because you're going to be spending the next day killing everything that you possibly can. Because you need a build-up of meat. Now, the early days are better than wolves is survival central, basically. You need to survive as much as you can. And survival is key, and food is key to survival. Clearly, you know. I'm gonna make myself another pick, actually. Yeah. I'll make myself another shovel as well, just so I've got that out of the way. Because it'd be nice to have another shovel. Because you don't want to be spending much hunger bar. Well, hunger, basically. It's a resource at the end of the day. Your hunger bar, right there, down at the bottom right, becomes a resource. You do not want to be using too much. And it essentially becomes a kind of an internal struggle, if you will, of should I or shouldn't I? Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? In regards to any action that you take. So, I mean, I might be overcomplicating things here, but this is how I see it. And, you know, this is how I'm sure a lot of people see it that play the mod. What you want to be doing is really weighing up different options of whether it's worth it or not. I mean, that cow over in the distance, is it worth running over and attacking it? It almost certainly isn't, especially in nowadays in the mod, because... well, put it this way, I'll not tell you, because I don't like to give everything away. The mod author, Flower Child, doesn't like to give too much away. He likes to let people experience the mod for themselves. And I am totally on board with that. I mean, you know, a lot of the experiences that you have with the mod will be random things that you never thought would have happened. And I don't want to spoil things, so I'm not going to explain too much about it. I just basically wanted to make this mini-series as a... you know, as a survival series, how to basically survive the first few nights, because I know a lot of people have a lot of problems with it. And I'm essentially making it for... oh, hello. I'm also making it for the people who are joining my server, because I'm hosting a new server on Better Than Wolves. And I've invited a few people along to play with us, and they don't have any... a lot of them don't have any experience with the mod. So I'm kind of making this for them, really. And anyone else who really wants to have a look and see how to play it. Now, what else? What else? What else? Another pick. Yeah, let's make another pick. Get some more stone. Because the next day, I mean, like I say, I said make as many axes as you can. But if you have stone, you can make axes tomorrow on the move. Because you'll be getting more wood. That's another thing, yeah. You'll be killing everything in your path, but you'll also be getting wood. You want to get what I would... you know, be happy with, is about half a stack of logs. Once you've got half a stack of logs, you should be alright for the following night and maybe the next couple of nights after that. But mainly food is what you want. Now, it looks like I'm stuck. I can't make anything else now. I can make a torch, which I will with my last shaft. So I've got a torch to put down. I've got 5 meat. And I think... that's okay. I think we're in good stead. We've got a little bit of fuel, but that's not really a major concern anyway, because oh, it's getting light as well. Ideal. That's not really a major concern because I'll be getting more as I go out and chop more trees. What I'm going to do is I'm going to head into the forest because there'll be animals in the forest and there's plenty of trees as well. And then I'll be able to make... basically, I'll be able to find another side of a hill and dig into that the next day. I'm going to eat another piece of meat as well. No, I'm going to eat one of these. Not taking up as much space. Ah, it is. 2 blocks. 2 blocks of hunger. I'll eat this. Now, this axe is nearly done, so I'm going to go out with this one, but I'm going to get another axe on my bar as well, as an emergency. In fact, I'm going to put it there. Because when you're fighting monsters with an axe, the durability goes down a lot quicker.